landing strip. I'm gonna try it, but I'm probably also gonna fail. Because I'm not super great with landing. No, 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 no. Abort, abort, abort. Abort D's nuts in your mom. I got everything under control. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Okay, and then we just feather it up, feather it up, feather it up, and boom, baby! Touchdown! At this exact moment, you can hear the joy of a man who's been trying to accomplish something for over 5 years. Oh my god, I've never been so happy in my entire And this is the plane that circumnavigated the world at near hypersonic speed. I have to put that near there because it was only 4.2 Mach on its cruising speed when supersonic, or hypersonic, excuse me, is considered 5 Mach or more. So I want to make that very clear. It is not hypersonic. It is very close to being hypersonic, but I don't really think there's anything I can do to get it to be hypersonic, which is honestly a tragedy. But this is it. It's a single engine, a single shot cone intake, like 4 canards, a wing structure member, and an elevator with some landing gear. I just randomly threw it together on stream. I was not expecting it to do good. Like, there's no drag chutes to help slow it down, there's no air brakes to help slow it down. But I think that ended up being a good thing because it just reduced its drag at high altitude. And something remarkable about this plane is, although it was designed philosophically with the idea of it being a good high atmosphere plane, it performs remarkably well at low atmosphere and with little to no airspeed, like right now. Like, it may not be the smoothest of turns, but that's still, considering that it was designed to be high altitude, high speed, the fact that we're able to get such a tight turn circle is pretty impressive, at least in my eyes. In any case, let's take a 30-degree ascent angle and ascend to its cruise height of about 20 kilometers above the sea level, and also get it to its cruise speed of about 1,400 meters per second. 1,450 is what I tried to aim for, usually. Meanwhile, I think it's important to bring up that this little plane is faster than the SR-71, whose top speed was about 3.3 Mach. And the SR-71 also could not circumnavigate the Earth, not without doing refueling. And of course, this plane did not do any refueling. If you were watching the stream, you would have saw that. Unfortunately, I don't have VOD set up at the moment, although I am working on it, so that way all of the VODs from my streams are saved, so that way you can go back and watch them. Right now, unfortunately, there's not a huge amount to talk about until we get to our cruise altitude, which we are now exceeding. Oops. Try and change that down a bit. Because if we go over 2450 or 25, I think maybe, we end up getting some serious issue with no engine burning. I'm actually surprised that we're still running at 26 kilometers high, basically. Alright, anyways, let's get up to cruise speed while we talk about kind of the journey, what it was like. And then you saw the landing there, which was abysmal. It was a very bad landing. So, the overall flight time was 49 minutes, so just under an hour. We were averaging, I believe, around 1,300 meters per second over the entire thing. That's because for the majority it was going 14, but then for the start and finish, you know, you start off very low, and then also there were some segments, like right now we're still accelerating, where you're just significantly below what the cruise speed of the aircraft should be. And that's no real fault of the aircraft, that's just something that you have to deal with. I was really shocked, actually, because if we hit F11 here, you'll notice obviously the nose cone is going to get hot. Obviously, we're flying very fast, and that's the thing that's going to take the most heat. But this, the actual inline cockpit, ended up being on the verge of breaking for the majority of the flight. And I'm pretty sure the only reason it didn't just disintegrate is because it was spreading its heat to these wings, as well as to the tanks behind it, the tank in front of it. And the tanks behind it in particular were very good at minimalizing the amount of heat they had, because they're not directly exposed to any sort of friction, because the nose cone and the wings, they're directly exposed to the air, but these guys in the back, they're going to get more of the cooling effect, I would expect, due to boundary air along the fuselage. And so all that was just kind of helping air bleed off of those segments, whereas these frontal segments, and especially the cockpit again, were really just getting very, very hot. As you can imagine, you've been here for just a couple minutes and this is boring. Imagine sitting here through this for 49 minutes. It wasn't by no means the most entertaining thing ever, but honestly I'm glad that I did it, because as I said earlier, I've been trying to do this for 5 years. Ever since I bought the game back in 2017, I've been trying to circumnavigate Kerbin in a plane that can go over 1,200 meters per second. That was my goal. And now I've done it. And that is absolutely incredible to me. That's all I really have to say about it. I mean, you can see it's going at right around its 1,400, 1,450 cruise speed. If we hit it on a flat, we can see we're starting to accelerate again more towards it. So you kind of bob in and out just above, just below, once you actually get up to the speeds. But I mean, we're already pretty far away from Kerbin, the Kerbal Space Center. I don't know the planetary diameter of Kerbin, but I can only imagine that it's going to be a couple thousand kilometers, which is insane, the fact that I was able to do that. In any case, again, you know, thank you guys for your support, thank you guys for watching. The construction and flight of this around the planet was streamed live on twitch.tv. You can find all of my socials, including that, in the link tree in the description to this video. I greatly appreciate you guys watching and staying to the end. And until next time, cause some chaos, but not too much. That's my job.